Hello, I'm Nina and welcome to today's 20-minute Pilates class, which is ideal for people who are beginners to Pilates. Let's begin today's session by placing our hands on the lower part of our rib cage, and let's breathe in through our nose and feel the rib cage expand into our hands, and breathe out through our mouth and feel the rib cage contract. So breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's begin today's class by doing a version of the roll down. So let's sit with our legs bent, our legs together, feet placed flat on the mat. Straighten your back and hold your legs. Let's now curve our back and gently arch our back. Feel a nice stretch down your spine, and then let's return our spine to the straight position and feel the lengthening through your spine as if somebody's pulling a string through the crown of your head. And then let's arch our back and feel a nice stretch down our back, and then let's return our spine to the straight position. Sit up as tall as you possibly can, as if somebody's pulling you up through the crown of your head with a piece of string. And now let's curve our back and feel a nice stretch down our spine, and then let's return our spine to the straight position, shoulders down and back, and really lengthen through your spine as if somebody's pulling up through the crown of your head. Let's now arch our back again and feel that nice stretch through our spine. Engage your core by gently pulling in your belly button. And now let's take the right arm in front of us and then back to the leg. Lift our left arm off our leg and then back to our leg. So lift our right arm and then back to our leg. Lift our left arm and then back to our leg. This is really working your abdominals. So right arm lift and then back to your leg. Left arm lift and then back to your leg. One more on each side. So right arm lift and back to your leg, and then left arm lift and back to your leg. And this time let's now roll down. So take your hands behind the back of your legs, and let's slowly roll ourselves all the way down to our mats. Now we're in this position. Let's do some pelvic tilts to just warm up our pelvis. So place your hands on your hip bones. Currently your pelvis is in the neutral position, which is the relaxed position for your spine when resting on a mat. So let's tilt our pelvis down and forward where we arch our lower back, and then release and return to neutral. Let's now tilt our pelvis up where we imprint our lower back into the spine, into the mat, and then return to neutral. So let's tilt our pelvis forward where we arch our lower spine, and there's a little gap, a pocket of air, and then release to neutral. tilt our pelvis up where we imprint our lower spine into our mat, and then release to neutral. So let's tilt our pelvis forward where we may have a pocket of air in between our lower spine and the mat, and then return to neutral, and then tilt our pelvis up where we imprint our lower spine into the mat, and then release back to neutral. Let's now do some leg or some knee raises. So legs are hip distance apart and knees are bent. Let's lift our right leg up and then back to the mat. Let's lift our left leg up and then back to the mat. Let's lift our right leg up and then back to the mat. Let's lift our left leg up and then back to the mat. So keep our pelvis nice and still. Keep our core engaged by gently pulling in the belly button. So lift our left leg up and return to the mat. Lift our right leg up and return to the mat. And lift our left leg up and return to the mat. Let's progress that exercise by lifting our right leg up. So this is the tabletop position where our knee is aligned with our hip and the leg is bent. Keep your core engaged so that we protect our lower back. And now let's lift our left leg into tabletop. Let's now take our right leg down to the mat and then take our left leg down to the mat. So bring the right leg up to tabletop, bring the left leg up to tabletop, then take the right leg down to the mat, and then take the left leg down to the mat. So lift the right leg up to tabletop, lift the left leg up to tabletop, return the right leg down to the mat, and then the left leg down to the mat. So right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop, right leg down to the mat, and then left leg down to the mat. And last one, right leg to tabletop, then left leg to tabletop, right leg down to the mat, and then left leg down to the mat. Let's lift our right leg now to tabletop, and then let's straighten the leg. Feel the lengthening down the leg through your toes, and then let's return the leg to tabletop and down to the mat. Lift the left leg to tabletop. Let's straighten the leg. Feel the lengthening through your toes, and then back to tabletop, and then down to the mat. Let's lift our right leg to tabletop. Let's straighten the leg. Feel the lengthening through your leg down to your toes. Return to tabletop, and now down to the mat. Lift our left leg to tabletop. Let's straighten the leg. Feel the lengthening down your leg all the way down to your toes. Bring the left leg to tabletop and then down on the mat. So lift the right leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, return to tabletop and back to the mat. Lift the left leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, return to tabletop and toes on the mat. Let's do one more on each side. So right leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, return the leg to tabletop, and then back to the mat. Left leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, return to tabletop, and now back to the mat. Let's warm up our upper body by raising our arms into the air, and let's scissor the arms for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Return our arms down to the mat, and with our legs hip distance apart, let's take our knees out towards the side and then return to center. So take our knees out towards the side and then return to center. So out towards the side and return to center. Out towards the side and then return to center. Let's do 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's take our left leg down on the mat, bring our right leg towards our tummy. Let's give it a good squeeze, point the toe. Let's curl our head, neck and shoulders off the mat, engage our core, and let's do some single leg pulls. So with your left leg, lift your left leg off the floor about 30 degrees or higher if you want to really challenge yourself at 45 degrees, but I'm going to keep it at 30 degrees today. Feel the lengthening down the leg, and then when we're ready, let's change legs. So make sure that your head, neck and shoulders are off the mat. Your chin is to your chest to protect your neck, and that you are looking towards your extended leg. So let's change to the right leg, let's change to the left leg, let's change to the right leg, let's change to the left leg, let's change to the right leg, let's change to the left leg, let's change to the right leg, let's change to the left leg. One more on each side, so right leg and then left leg. Bring both knees towards your chest, lower your head, neck and shoulders down to the mat, and let's take your head to the right side and then to the left side. To the right side, just release any tension in your neck, and then to the left side. So let's do the right side and then the left side. And let's take our feet, let's circle our ankles for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's now return our legs down to the mat. Let's lift our right leg to 45 degrees and let's flex the foot and point. So let's flex and point. Let's flex and point. Feel the lengthening down your leg as if somebody's gently pulling on your leg. So let's point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Return our right leg to the mat. Lift our left leg to about 45 degrees or wherever's comfy for you, and let's point and flex the foot. So point and flex, point and flex, and point and flex. Let's point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Let's put our left leg in the bent knee position where our foot is resting on the mat, and then let's bring our right leg up into tabletop where the knee is aligned with your hip and the leg is bent. Let's put our arms, our hands on our hip bones so that we can check that we're keeping our pelvis still. Engage your core by gently pulling in your belly button. Shoulders are down and back. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. And when we're ready, let's do some knee circles. So let's take our knee out, round and back. So out, round and back. So small circles where we're using our core and also our hip flexors and our legs. So keep our pelvis as still as possible. So let's take the leg round and back and round and back. So round and back, and last one, round and back. Let's reverse the direction, so take the knee in and then out. So in and then round, so in and then round, in and then round. We're really using the core here to stabilize our leg. So in and round, and last one, in and then round. Bring the right leg in towards your chest and give it a quick squeeze. And then let's return the leg down to the mat where the foot is placed down on the mat and the leg is bent. Let's bring the left leg to tabletop where the knee is aligned with the hip and the leg is bent, and let's do some leg circles. Keep your hands on your hips so we can check that you're keeping your pelvis still. Engage your core, keep your shoulders down and back, and when we're ready, let's take the knee out and then round. So out and then round, out and then round, and out and then round. So out and round, and then again out and then round, and out and round, and one more out and round. Let's reverse that direction by taking the knee in and then round. So round and then in and round, in and round, in and round, and two more, in and round, and last one, in and round. Let's bring our left leg towards our chest and give it a quick squeeze, and then return our leg to the mat. Let's now roll over onto our stomachs, and let's put our rest our forehead on the mat. I'm using a towel as I find that more comfortable, and let's do some Pilates swimming. So let's take our legs hip distance apart. Press your thighs into your mat. Really lengthen through your legs and point your toes. Engage your core by gently pulling in your belly button to protect your lower back. And when we're ready, let's lift the right leg and down. Left leg and down. Right leg and down. And left leg and down. Right leg and down. Left leg and down. One more on each side. Right leg and down, and left leg and down. Let's take our arms now in front of us. Make sure our shoulders are down and back, and when we're ready, let's lift the right arm and down. Lift the left arm and down. Lift the right arm and down, and lift the left arm and down. So lift the right arm and down, lift the left arm and down. One more on each side. Right arm down and left arm and down. This time let's lift the right leg and left arm and then down. Lift the left leg and right arm and down. Right leg, left arm and down. Left leg, right arm and down. Right leg, left arm and down. Left leg, right arm and down. Let's now speed up that movement. So lift both legs off the ground, and then lift both arms off the ground, and lift your head off the ground and keep looking down towards your mat. And when we're ready, let's lift the right leg and left arm, and then change and change, change and change and change and change and change and change, change and change. Let's do two more. Change and change. Hold both legs in the air and your arms in the air, and then slowly return your head, arms and legs down to the mat. Let's do that one more time. So lift your legs in the air, squeeze through your glutes. Remember to pull in your belly button to engage your core to protect your lower back. And then when we're ready, lift the arms and the head off the ground, and then let's alternate. And let's go right leg, left arm, and then let's change. So change, 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 change. Hold both legs and arms in the air, and then return the head and the arms down to the mat. Now we're in this position, relax your arms and your legs, and let's breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then let's slowly push up and return back to the seated position which we started today's class in. And just to say thank you for joining me for today's 20-minute Pilates session. I hope you've enjoyed the session, particularly the swimming, and I look forward to seeing you soon.